Alright, listen up, motherfuckers. I'm about to lay down the fucking law here. I am tired, I am stressed, I am pissed off. I cried about 3 minutes before sitting down to film this video. I am on my period, and a few short moments ago, I had to sit down and watch a film that I don't particularly like. So you're all gonna fucking listen to me talk about Martyrs, okay? Fucking capiche, let's go. Welcome back to the second installment of my disturbing movie Iceberg series. I'm terrible at keeping schedules, but we're 2 for 2 now, so what could possibly go wrong? If you haven't seen the first video in this series, I'll link it somewhere, and to jog your memory, or if you've just not seen it, I'll flash up my personal rules for approaching the iceberg on the screen somewhere. I'm very excited today, because today is the day we get to shit all over Martyrs. To give you some context, there are 2 Martyrs movies. Martyrs 2008, the original movie, a French film directed by Pascal Laugier, is a perfect movie and quite possibly the best psychological horror I've seen. Martyrs 2015, however, from now on, I'll probably just be calling Martyrs 2008 Martyrs and Martyrs 2015 the shit Martyrs, so buckle your boots, we're going on a ride. The story of both movies is as follows. The movie starts and we see one of our main characters, Lucy, run out of a warehouse, in which, in the 2008 film, is one of the most iconic opening scenes to a horror movie in the past 20 years, if you ask me, of course. We find out our 2 protags, Lucy and Anna, were tortured as children, but managed to escape. We see a family go about their morning when Lucy busts down the door and goes fucking mental on them all with a shotgun. We find out that Lucy is severely mentally ill and believes she's being followed and tormented by this horrible looking skin creature that told her to kill the family in order for her to get closure on the abuse she faced as a child. However, even after killing the family, the creature continues to follow Lucy, and we learn that it's actually a manifestation of Lucy's guilt over a 3rd child she and Anna were tortured with, who didn't manage to escape with them. Realizing she'll never get closure, Lucy kills herself, and Anna is left alone in the family's home. The next day, she discovers a secret underground lab in which a woman's being horrifically tortured. She tries to save this woman, and let me just remark on how fantastic the gore effects are in the original movie, but the woman's ultimately too physically and mentally traumatized to recover and tries to kill herself, smack-camming Anna in the process. She's killed by a mysterious woman before she can do any real damage to Anna though. Anna's taken into the basement and chained up, and Mademoiselle, presumably the leader of the group, explains to her that their society aims to produce 21st century martyrs. She shows Anna a book of previous martyrs and explains that their reason for doing this is to try and gain knowledge on the afterlife. After rigorous torture and abuse, Anna ultimately becomes a martyr, giving us some brilliant gore effects, and she whispers the meaning of life or some shit into Mademoiselle's ear. See how easy it was for me to explain that plot? Take some fucking notes, Salo. However, the similarities of Martyrs 2008 and 2015 both start and end with the plot. I'd actually watched these movies before back in 2019, and my ratings of them on first watching is night and day. I watched Martyrs 2008 first, and Jesus Christ, this movie's fucking fantastic. The way in which the characters of the family are developed in such a short amount of time shows genuine talent from everyone involved. The acting is fantastic, the gore effects even send a little shudder down my spine. The film has brilliant pacing and it's very cohesive. I'd give this movie a 4-star, but enough positivity for one day. Time to trash shit Martyrs. It's only fair that I contextualize shit Martyrs. The film was originally going to be directed by Daniel Stamm, revered director of these films. However, after budgeting cuts, Stamm ended up leaving the project, saying that he didn't want to be boxed in as a director that would only make budget films. The project was then taken up by Blumhouse Productions. Jason Blum, when I get my hands on you, you will pay for what you've done to the state of modern horror. I swear to God, I will have my day with you. And it was literally written by a producer of Twilight, who originally wanted Kristen Stewart to be in the film, which I guess is the only way it could possibly be more hilarious. At just 86 minutes, Shit Martyrs is barely a feature film. And my god, does it have year 6 school play energy. Something very interesting about this incarnation of Martyrs is that Stamm claimed his motivation for an American remake was because the French original was too nihilistic, saying, "The American approach that I'm looking at would go through all this darkness, but then give a glimmer of hope. You don't have to shoot yourself when it's over." This man has never seen a horror movie. I refuse to believe he knows anything about the genre. This has the exact same energy as the American ending of The Descent being cut, so you think Sarah makes it out of the cave, because American audiences apparently would have found it too sad. Comparing the American opening to the beautiful and iconic opening scene of the original, we already know we're off to a bad start. Rewatching this film with the knowledge that the goal of the movie is to be more hopeful and lighthearted than the original, I can't believe how cringe, manipulative and unsubtle it is within the first 5 minutes. Also, what the fuck is up with this colour grading? Like, why is this movie piss yellow? You can tell this is Blumhouse right away, from the actors not giving a fuck
Has Lucy ever told you what her monsters look like?
Fucking brilliant line read. Why did that sentence sound like one word? To the forced creepiness. Ooh, little kid drawing a monster. Ooh, where have I seen that before? Ooh, she's mentally ill. If this movie was the only Martyrs that existed, I would absolutely trash it for its terrible depictions of mental illness. But it almost feels worse that Martyrs 2008 does what 2015 fails so miserably to do, executing this theme in a tasteful and artistic way. We're treated to quite possibly the cheesiest transition I've seen in years. Not sure if this is super nitpicky, but like, what? In Martyrs we move forward 15 years, and I can only assume the time frame was shortened so we can get some real babes playing Lucy and Anna, because everyone knows women shrivel up and die after their 20th birthday. We get this awesome exchange.
Brian said I was full of shit.
Oh, well, he's probably right.
And suddenly I want to die thinking about how brilliant the character development of the family is in Martyrs 2008. Fun fact, in Martyrs 2008 we get at least 5 minutes of screen time dedicated to characterising the family before Lucy kills them. This might seem like a short amount of time, but the writing, directing and acting works so incredibly harmoniously in this time, allowing us to really get a sense of each character's personality and their relationships with each other. So when they're killed, we do empathise with them. But 2015 is a Blumhouse production, so fuck all that shit. We get 1 minute of character development before Dad gets exploded. We find out pretty quickly that casting your main character based on how big of a boner she gives Jason Blum has its downsides. You know how I told you this movie has year 6 school play energy?
Oh my God,
They knew what their parents were doing, Anna. They're guilty too.
no, they're...
Anna, you have to believe me.
This scene happens and it's so fucking wild, like the camera is so goddamn shaky, I have no idea what's going on. This actress sucks so goddamn hard, but bless her man, she really fucking went for it. Something else I can't stand about this movie is the pointless flashback scenes, which just eat up the already minimal screen time. Also, the scene is fucking batshit insane, and lit like, once again, a year 6 school play. Oh, here's something that's pretty lol. In Martyrs, Anna rescues a naked woman who's been chained up and horribly tortured by the group. In Shit Martyrs, however, she rescues this perfectly fine-looking girl. Really weird choice, honestly, considering she doesn't have a scratch on her. It's so bizarre that Lucy doesn't kill herself in this movie and she's just fine. I guess suicide is too sad for American audiences or something. American people don't commit suicide, only us crazy Europeans. In the scenes where Anna should be alone in the basement, Lucy's just chilling in the cell next to her, completely taking away from the psychological aspect of the torture in Martyrs 2008, in which she's deprived of any human contact besides that of the people who are feeding and abusing her. It's as if this movie literally just does not understand the whole point of the original. More scenes lit like school plays, but in this movie it's Lucy who becomes a martyr and not Anna, who learns the meaning of life and then dies, I fucking guess. So I'm currently editing the Martyrs video and realised I completely forgot to talk about the fact that it literally has to be Anna who's the martyr. It doesn't make sense for Lucy to be the martyr because she killed the family, she's done the bad things. Anna has to be the martyr because she was there for Lucy despite the crazy shit she did. She tried to help the woman that was trapped in the basement. Anna is fundamentally a good person, and that's the reason why she's a martyr. It just doesn't make sense. It's so weird, this movie. God damn, what a terrible fucking movie. Half star. Is Martyrs disturbing? 2008? Yeah, a little bit. 2015? Absolutely fucking not. 2015 honestly just feels like a movie that shouldn't exist. It looks cheap, the camera work and acting are amateur, it spends too much time rewriting an already perfect and simple plot in the name of hopefulness. It's even so fucking cheap they barely have gore effects, as they clearly realised anything they tried would look like absolute ass compared to the original. About halfway through this movie I started to get a splitting headache, so now I'm in a bad mood, and if I die from a migraine I'm blaming this movie. There we fucking go, guys. That was Martyrs 2008 and also Martyrs 2015. If you've seen these movies, talk to me about them in the description, and I hope you really liked this video. I need to start writing outros because I always forget what I'm saying because I'm stupid. I hope you have a fucking great day. See y'all later.